the section formula. P divides vector AB in the ratio of 2 to 3. By examining the diagram, we can find a formula for P. Yes, we can. Okay? Because what we're saying is that if P divides AB in a ratio of 2 to 3, that's 2 parts to AP, 3 parts to AB. The other way to think of it is that AP is 2/5 of the line and PB is 3/5 of the line. Okay? But that also then allows us to be able to work out the coordinates of P in the middle. Now, there is a formula for that, in that P is the same as 1 over n plus m, which is your ratio, of NA plus MB. Now, that means that your ratio has to go m to n. So in that regard, what I do, okay, I find this easier to explain with numbers. So we're back up here looking at this example up the top with the A's and P's, okay, that it means that to find P, what I do is I times the opposite coordinate by the number, okay? It's because what you're meant to be doing is, they're then saying n and m, but it's meant to go m to n in numerical order, alphabetical order for the letters, right? So, what they're saying is that P would be equal to 1/5 of 3 lots of A plus 2 lots of B. But the other way you can do it, which is the way I like to do it, is I would say it's 3/5 A plus 2/5 B. It's completely and utterly up to you, because this formula can be rewritten as P is equal to n over n plus n A plus m over n plus m B. Multiply out the bracket. That's all you're doing. Okay? So it's always times in the opposite number, because you're not finding, it's essentially like the midpoint. Where to find the midpoint, we added the two x coordinates together, we halved it, because it was a ratio of 1 to 1, right? Which is 1/2 to 1/2. So on example 11, okay, we're dividing in a ratio of 1 to 3. So AP is 1, PB is 3. So what I do is I would then say that's 1/4 to 3/4. And it's 1/4 times B. I like a diagram every time I do this. 3/4 of A. And we are multiplying them. Okay? So what I would say is that P is equal to 3/4 of A plus 1/4 of B. Big B or wee b, whatever way you're writing it. That's how I would do it. And it would be wee, because it would be the components. So I'm always going round. Okay? So if you're working this out, there's your A, there's your B. So it's 3/4. Don't know what happened there. 3/4 of A, which is 3 minus 1, 2, plus 1/4 B, which is 7 minus 5, 14. Because remember, it's a ratio of 1 to 3. We swap the numbers round. 3/4 of 3, I just leave it as fractions. 3/4 of 3 is 9/4 minus 3/4. 6/4, because that's 3/4 of 2. plus 7 over 4 minus 5 over 4. Remember, you're doing top number times big number. 14 over 4. And then I would say 9 and 7 is 16 over 4, which is just 4. Minus 3 plus minus 5 is minus 8 over 4, which is actually minus 2. 16 and 14 is 20 over 4, which is 5. And that's what vector P has. Now, thing that you need to recognise is that says what's the coordinates. So that's a wee, therefore, P, capital P, has the coordinates 4 minus 2, 5. And if you don't write it as a coordinate, you don't get the final mark. Okay? Once you get into the habit of how you're doing this, it becomes routine. Okay? Now, example 12